Gunfreak Nation, how y'all doing out there? Listen, as you already know or seen on the news, it's been a lot of shootings, man. Colleges, schools, stabbings. You may wonder, will violence ever come to an end? I say violence ends when your life ends. Because as long as you living on this earth, on this planet, it's going to always be a savage. We operating in a world that was, it's a wicked, wicked world, a wicked, wicked system. And it's going to always be crazy people. It's going to always be evil people. And the guns is not the issue. It's the people, man. Guns end up in the wrong hands. As long as crazy people or savages or demons have these guns, then guess what, y'all? We got to have them too. We must have them. It's crazy how your life can just radically be, just changed just like that. You could be having the most exciting, exhilarating, fun, awesome time of your life, and a second later it can go left, and you begging for your life or you fighting for your life. And I don't never want y'all to be in a position where you begging for your life. If you're gonna go out fighting. A lot of people is no longer here because they chose not to get armed, or they might have been armed and they just did not know how to move in that situation. Because I'm literally telling y'all, it could be a situation, your day could be going good, and you could decide that you want to go and fill up the tank in your car with gas and get unalived because you run into a savage there that wants to carjack you, or for whatever reason. There's people out there that got issues. And when you run across them type of people, run away. Get away from that situation before it escalate, even, before it get worse. You will be surprised how fast a situation can go left and somebody end up losing their life. You got to avoid those traps. Number one, when you out and about, and I'm not talking about just the criminal element, I'm talking about just life in general, man. A savage doesn't necessarily have to be a criminal, somebody that's breaking in your house. Yeah, I call them savages, but I'm talking about a person that just got a temper. They don't have to necessarily be a criminal. They just can't control their emotions. They just as bad, in my opinion, they just as bad as the savages that would break in your house. The most dangerous person is a person that's reacting off of their emotions. They okay, I'm mad, I'm pissed off. Fuck everything else. I don't care whether I live or whether I die. I'm gonna make this person pay the price, the ultimate price, because guess what, y'all? He don't piss me off. They don't piss me off, and now I'm about to go ballistic up in here. You have to be careful of those type of people, because soon as you engage with somebody like that, with that mindset, it's only gonna get worse. If you continue to engage that person, you're gonna either have to put that person down or they're gonna put you down. Somebody got to be the bigger person at the end of the day and be like, you know what? Have a good day. I'm not gonna let you control me. I don't care how foul or how much you disrespect me or how foul your language is. I am going to be the bigger person and walk away, because I'm walking away with my freedom. I'm walking away with my life. I'm walking away with my freedom. I'm walking away. I'm walking back to my family, because if I do something to you because I've allowed you to piss me off, then guess what? If I'm sitting in jail, how am I'm going to provide for my family? If I'm no longer here, if I've been deleted off of this earth on some stupid foolishness, how am I going to be here to provide for my family, to take care of my family? It's a lot that you got to think about before you act. You can't let people draw the worst out of you. That person, man, and I get it. I've been in some situations that I was so heated and so mad that I want to slap a motherfucker. But I know slapping that motherfucker probably, when you got somebody talking cash shit to you, they more than likely armed. And number one, you got to assume that they are armed. For the most part, they are, or they got backup. I've seen so many people lose their lives, lose their freedom over some split-second choices, decisions that they made. And because of that choice, because of that decision that they made, they either in jail, prison, or they no longer here over something that didn't even really matter at the end of the day. It didn't matter. And the situation just went downhill in seconds. This is why I say, I know it's easier said than done, but walk away. Walk away. You got too much to lose. You got too much to lose. Too much. And you need to just walk away and live to fight another day. You know, everybody, I talk about the situation, losing my nephew like a year ago. You go to your sister's birthday party. You got some rowdy motherfuckers that attend that your so-called friend invited. You get into it with them. You tell them to leave. When they refused to leave, shit went left and he lost his life. Over what? That shit still haunt me till this day, man. And to be honest with you, y'all, I'm tired. I really am. I'm tired of seeing people lose their lives over dumb shit, over egos, over just, being trigger happy. And, the crazy thing is you just never know when you are going to encounter those type of people, man. And what I'm trying to say is, walk away. Walk away. Arm up, but only use your guns when your life is on the line. Don't, please, I'm begging you, don't use it out of anger. Don't use it because somebody done upset you. Don't use it to solve a dispute. Don't use it to try to just flex. Don't use it, hey, motherfucker, I got a gun. Don't do that. That right there will get you killed. Yes. It's different levels to this. You got to understand that the gun is just merely a tool. It's a tool. No different than a seatbelt. When you get in your car, that don't mean you're going to, like I always said before in other videos, previous videos, you put your seatbelt on, right? It doesn't mean that you're going to get in a car accident, but it's there just in case. That's exactly the same reason you need to have a gun. Because you just never know when trouble will come looking for you. You don't have to go out there looking for trouble. Trouble will find you. And you need to know how to deal with it accordingly. And I'm telling you, I know somebody gonna, in the comments gonna be like, T, you want us to be a punk? You want us to be a sucker? You want us to be a coward? No, that ain't what it's about. And see, that's the issue right there. That's the problem. Everybody just want to be big, bad, and tough and not disrespected. And I get it. But you cannot take any situation, especially something stupid, something, dumb and senseless, and you cannot let that small moment in your life be the end of your life as you know it. Don't go out like that. Avoid it. You can get so good at thinking, having that mindset that you can see shit before it happens, man. You can have that in your mind, like, you know what? If I stick around, this shit can go left. What if I get into it with this particular person and things get heated and, I'm entertained in this argument, and what if the person reached for a gun and you got your gun concealed on you? What you gonna do then? That person either can take your life, or you may have to end up taking that person's life. And once you do that, that's on you for the rest of your life, that you chose to entertain an argument that escalated to the point where you revealing your firearms. Not concealing them, but revealing them. And now you don't have to take somebody's life because you refuse to walk away. People can be so petty. It's a whole lot of assholes out there. A whole lot of savages out there. And I'm not telling you to just, clam up and just don't have a life and no, we still got to live, but it's a responsibility to this. You got to be responsible. You have to be a responsible gun owner. You know, you have to be a responsible gun owner. You just can't just be reckless, and you cannot be one of those type of people that every time you get pissed off, you want to resolve your disputes or your differences by, you know, producing your firearm. Letting everybody know you a dumbass. Letting everybody know that you have a gun. Is stupid. I used to be one of them dumbasses, but I've learned my lesson. When you have your guns concealed, it's intended to not let people know that you have a gun, because the second somebody know you got a gun and they got one and they up to no good, guess who's going to be their number one target? Who they're going to take out first? It's going to be you. So you got to play it cool and just remove yourself from any kind of situation. Now, if they coming after you, they trying to rob you, they trying to kidnap you, they trying to break up in your house, that's a whole different story. You know, you got to handle business until that threat has been put down. You got to handle business, especially if they trying to break in your house. You know, if they bold and cocky enough to break in your house, then you already know what time it is. You already know what their intentions are and what they're going to do to you and your family once they get up in there. And if you don't have a gun to defend your home, you already a lost cause. Because getting on this phone right here, it's 3:32 in the morning that I'm, you know, it's April 22nd, 3:33 in the morning. Somebody can be, you know, trying to come up in here, but I guarantee you, they won't be walking back out. And that's nothing, you know, don't bother me. Don't fuck with me or my family. You know, I'm very serious, and you should be too. So I just want y'all to, like, if you having a good day and you run across one of them crazy type folks I was just talking about, walk away. Walk away. Be the bigger person. Be the smarter person. I don't give a damn what they do. Walk away, because that ain't nothing but the devil trying to take you out of your element. Do not lose your cool to a fool. Remember that. Do not lose your cool to a fucking fool. Okay? Walk away with your life, your freedom, and go back into the lives of the people that really love you, that depends on you, that want you here on this earth healthy for as long as God wants you here. But don't let the devil take that away. Walk away. I love you, Gunfreak Nation. Listen, y'all stay armed, stay responsible with your firearms, stay righteous, and walk away. And if they bent on trying to, unalive you, then you put that threat down. You send they asses to Funky Town. I love you, Gunfreaknation Salute.